Greetings, internet sojourners. It is the Democracy, and I am back here live on Twitch TV and then viewable later on YouTube. And today we are going after the Spectral Crusader in Dalnir. But I want to welcome you all to the stream. Hopefully, you've been staying classic. I know I have. And where are we at right now? Let's just take a look. So, level 40 with 98% through to 41. What does that mean? That means that I've done the entirety of this level in Dalnir. Yes, you heard me correctly. I came in here at 0% and I went all the way to 41 inside Dalnir. Give me one. 40 is a hell level. So that means that I've spent this entire hell level inside Dalnir. I'm in the little safe spot on level 3. And we're getting ready to head back over to the Spectral Crusader room. It is nice and empty in here, just how I like it. I got me some Black Sabbath playing, and I'm ready to stream for you guys, entertain you for the next 2 hours. So I've got my pet summon up here. I just buffed him. I've got my bar set up the way I like it for down here. I like to keep Drain Spirit on number 1. That's the Drain spell, just helps me get health back. I like to keep Shadow Compact on number 2. That helps keep my pet healed. Root, obviously. Screaming Terror, very good for crowd control if I end up with multiple mobs, as well as for interrupting casts. And then Vampiric Curse, this helps me keep my health up as well. Arm Shield, this is just there for those oh crap moments. And then Shock of Poison, it helps me nuke down caster mobs while they're trying to heal. I'm already buffed up. I've got not Gather Shadows, Greater Shielding, and Allure of Death on. I could go for Call of Bones, and I probably will here in just a moment, but Call of Bones drains your health a little bit more than Allure of Death, so we'll swap out for it in just a minute. Looks like he was trying to drop a stun on me. He was trying to use the Burst of Wind spell. These invokers can be pretty nasty. Uh-oh. So the Nibbler has... Oh, shoot. Hopefully he doesn't kill my pet here. Nope. We actually don't need this pet anyway. We're just going to use him to get us to the room, and then we'll, once we've got the room opened up and the camp broken, we will swap over to a higher level pet. This one's only hitting for 33, so he is 3 off the max. Not really what we need. I'm actually surprised the Nibbler never attacked. That helped us out. That did help us out quite a bit. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday. Or if you're from the future, like a few of my viewers, you're having a good Monday. I've been kind of phlegmy lately. I'm gonna get the Hide Corpse looted up. Hide Corpse looted helps keep the clutter in the game clear. And those pet levels do make a big difference, so we're definitely gonna be resummoning this guy and trying to go for that max level. We're gonna stay aggressive and keep moving. We're gonna kill the Nibbler Reason being is that he'll social off of that nibbler later. We're going to bring him back a little ways so we don't accidentally aggro this acolyte that comes out of here. Speaking of, got that guy rooted now. Yeah, it's a huge difference, and I'm just noticing the kill speed of this pet. We kind of need this guy down before this acolyte comes out and aggroes us. There we go. Try to reposition him over here. Perfect. And actually, I don't like sitting there. Things from above tend to warp down to that corner, and I don't want to grab a whole train somehow. Get a little bit of health on the pet here. So yeah, this guy is probably actually... He's a blue. I don't understand how he's a blue to me, but... Yeah, he's definitely not cutting the mustard. He's getting his butt kicked by a green. Oh, there's Ding 41. Let's see if he's still blue. He is still blue. That's interesting. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and resummon him now because I just... Yeah, we have a cohort to deal with, and then hopefully the Crusader is up. It looks like he is. We might get lucky. Done a lot of grinding off stream. And, I killed the Crusader about 5 times this morning. And did not get the spectral, or, wait, what is it, tattered arm wrappings. We got a green. Oh, great. Oh, Zerere is a max level pet. Good news. I kind of got that, oh, shoot. I got that summon off just in time. Right as he came around the corner, so. I apologize for the lack of game sounds there for a minute. OBS tends to forget what window audio is set to, and I have to set it up manually every single time, which is a huge pain. Words of Transcendence. I'll look that up real quick while I'm meditating. Words of Transcendence are for Cornucopia and Everfount. Mage words for level 24. Alright, we're getting ready to break into the Crusader room. Couple things you should know about the Crusader room if you're watching this later on YouTube and you're just trying to get an idea of what this is all about. There are 3 spawns in the Crusader room. 2 are on a 12-minute timer. 1 is on a 21-minute timer. The spawns that are on the 12-minute timer are that Nibbler that I just killed. So that reminds me, let me start that timer now. this cohort here, this is an any Cly spawn. This Nibbler is an any goo Nibbler spawn. Not any goo, as in no lumpy goo. But the other goos. So those two are 12 minutes, and then the Crusader that you saw over here, right there, is a 21-minute spawn. What that means is that you can end up at a point where all three of those stack up on top of each other. And that can cause issues. And yeah, these cohorts, even though we've way out leveled all this stuff, I guess this guy's blue. These cohorts hit hard and they hit fast. Like, I wish I had some sort of slow for these guys. But the best I can do is just kind of nuke and keep my pet healed. And so that's why you see I'm consistently pumping health into my pet. Oh shoot, I never... And we want to stop him before he gets in there. The issue is that whenever you stop him, he's going to turn around and start hitting my pet. Another word of transcendence. When it rains, it pours. And we're going to get a steel skin up. The Spectral Crusader harm touches. I'm doing this at level 41, obviously. So this is a level 39 pet. If he eats a harm touch, it's really not an issue. If you're coming here at a lower level, that harm touch is really going to hurt. So just be advised about that. If it seems like I'm making it look too easy, it's probably because I'm way out leveled for this. On the flip side of that, the experience here is not bad even for level 40 to 41. I would say you need to outdamage your pet consistently and do a camp where you can handle like 3 to 4 mobs, but you actively nuke all 3 or 4 of those. You can still make pretty good experience here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and break in here. And we're going to send our pet in. You're going to see he's going to get harm touched most likely right there. Yep. You saw his health just dropped. We're going to ST his pet just to give my pet some better, like, chance of survival. But you can see, like, the Crusader's already almost down. So outside of that harm touch, he's not a tough enemy. And then I usually just park myself right here. And then I set up my 21-minute timer. And that helps me keep track. And no sleeves, so unfortunate. Now at this point, you can really just hang it. This is a super easy camp. You have the one spawn right here every 12 minutes, the one spawn right here every 12 minutes, and then the one in the corner every 21 minutes. What this does for you, if you're here for experience and if you can handle it, is you can now head out and look for other spawns, and there's a lot of easy spawns to get. So I would actually recommend this camp if you're leveling a Necro and you want these pieces of gear. The pieces of gear are this guy here, the Tattered Tomb Shroud, which is an int 2 HP plus 30 robe that also looks really cool. And then if we go over to the wiki, I'll show you here 1 second. Then the other piece of gear that dropped here is the int 1 mana 15 sleeves. Why I'm doing this is because I'm solo self-found Kunark only, and if you go to Necromancer arm pieces, you can see for intelligence, you've got nothing. Plane of Fear is not. I'm Kunark only. Plane of Fear, can't do those. The Hole, can't do that. Upper Guck, can't do that. Player Crafted, I'm Solo Cell Phone, can't do that. Crypt of Dalnir, right there. And if you were to look at like HP sleeves, the only thing that would probably be better would be the Spirit Rack cord here. I don't remember how you get this though. Oh yeah, Dzok. Dzok rep. And then mana is similar, like you have one Incarners that gives you 20 mana. But essentially this is like one of the best options I have at any level. And there you can see those pets pathing through the wall. That's really weird. That's the reason why I don't like hanging out over there. I've never been attacked. I have hung out there in the past. And I've never been attacked by things pathing through the wall. I think they're warping from the floor above. I don't know, but I don't want to risk it. And then over here, now you have some spawns you can pull from here if you want to get some experience. And then you have some spawns outside if you want to get some experience. All the while keeping an eye on your timer to make sure that you're not gonna, I guess, lose the camp. But all in all, pretty good, pretty easy camp. Nothing crazy at level 40, 41 experience-wise. Nothing crazy gear-wise. But if you're Kunark only, if you were looking at these videos later and thinking about trying this challenge yourself, I think this is actually a good spot for level 39. And potentially 40. If you're doing like, if you're wanting gear and experience. Excuse me. And it is 3:43 for me, and I'm going to go till about 5:30. You got me till 5:30 tonight. That's Mountain Time. Or Arizona time, whichever you prefer. I have not pulled any of these guys down here. But I imagine if you were to use ST, you could probably split them pretty easily. But these guys out here are pretty easy to pull as well. Not sure if I'll get experience for all of them anymore at 41. Oh, he hit me. I like to bring him inside the room because stuff spawns out there. There's a nibbler slash goose spawn out there that there's two of them. One that stays around this like rock here, and then one that paths all the way up to the little camp at the far end. I got about 2.5 minutes on the next spawn in the room. Yeah, good experience, probably 39 to 40, maybe 40 to 41, or yeah, 40 to 41, which is a hell level, but you can get that zone experience modifier. I would say mainly if you're nuking and you're getting that full experience value. Which is why this is a good camp for that, because you can selectively pull. Some of the other camps I've done in here, you're very much like watching those timers and trying to keep your posture so that you can maintain that camp like the lumpy goo I was doing yesterday. And in that camp, I was definitely not nuking to try to get experience because I was just trying to survive. This camp, I can decide how much to pull as long as I can hold down these 3 spawns. If we can get the sleeves today, we're going to head out to the Great Uwamp next. Actually, we'll finish up down here, which I'm really starting to run out of space. I've been down here for far too long. There's probably some optimization I could do, though. Some of these words I could get rid of. I'm hanging on to bamboo bow sticks to make newbies happy. There's a few things I can do. I don't know what this dwarf skull is for. And this is the first of the 12-minute timers here in the room. One thing I don't like is that if he is, you cannot cast on him where he stands when he spawns for some reason. You see there, it says you cannot see your target. So like I wanted to get a life tap up on him just to get some health back. The next one's going to spawn like right there. It's really strange. This dwarf skull, there's nothing on the wiki about it. It's a curiosity to me. I don't know what it's for. There's nothing yet. Well, there's a dwarf skull for Trumpy Iron Toe. That's a Kinos quest. I highly doubt this is for that quest. But we should have the next spawn very shortly. So you can see it's super easy to hold this down, especially at this level. I don't really know what to do with this skull other than maybe I can identify it. And for these spawns in here, I like to nuke them, get that full experience there. Let's go ahead and identify this. Let me see. Where is the... I haven't used the identify spell in a long time. There it is. I think if I remember right, you click it to pick it up. You must first select a target. Oh, you gotta target yourself. Okay. Like, what am I doing wrong here? Item lore dwarf skull. Yeah, that was pointless. So, kind of strange that I got this. I have no idea what it's for, and there's no wiki article about it. The one for Trumpy's head quest identifies as like Trumpy's skull. But yeah, we're just gonna get rid of it. These are our lucky charms here. I want to get rid of those. The Bury Bane Spider Fang may go. But I'm hanging on to a lot of stuff that I can give to newbies because I like doing that when I go to Cabalus. Makes me happy. Stand by one. You may see some screen blanking. Hopefully I don't crash. There's an issue with EQ where you have to set the affinity to all processors or else it runs kind of wonky. So I've got 7 minutes until the next spawn, so I can go out here and do some hunting. So there's a goo. The issue is you may not be able to see him because of the water. Nope, we got him. Okay. And everything down here is pretty solidly green at this point. But I might as well just do something with my time to try to get some experience. Ooh, he is totally greened out. That's new. Last level, these were still giving some experience. If I was really feeling froggy, I would go like split that camp. He's got the Sarnak Buster Sword, which is a lore item, so there's no point in pulling that. I already have one. I also want to give it to my pet and make him look awesome, but you can try grabbing this Believer. Hopefully he doesn't pull everything else, though. He's so fast. Believers are shamans, so they're big time healers. You can see there I used ST to try to interrupt that heal. It doesn't always work, but this is kind of the beauty is you can just grab what you want when you want. Now my tea has cooled off enough for me to actually drink it. Go back to trying to make room in the inventory for... I've got plenty of these words. I could start ditching some of the words. Belashul's Tome, I don't need those. And they really don't sell for all that much. Words of Dimension, I don't need those. Alright, we're sitting pretty good. I got this Robe of the Fochai, which would be nice for me if it was a neck instead of an ink, but it's an enchanter only robe. I'm gonna have to clean out my bag or my bank here soon. Yeah, we're up to 118 intelligence. Um, I know in the grand scheme of things that's not crazy, but for me, I'm pleased with the progress. And we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the room spawns, and we have 4 minutes and 11 seconds right now until the potential Crusader pop. That's probably the hardest thing about this camp is that at some points the room and because the three spawns are on different spawn timers, these two and the corner, you end up at points where they get stacked up and there's nothing you can really do unless you want to sit there and do math. But I don't like doing math. It makes my head hurt. And it hasn't been a big enough issue that I need to calculate like how long to hold these spawns for. But you can end up with them stacked up on each other. So I'm no longer pulling anything, and I'll just wait on the room to spawn. But the good thing is you have a choice. Not all the camps in this zone are like this, like the lumpy goo. Oh my gosh. I fought really hard to get that camp broken up just right and keep it held. And it looks like my shielding dropped, so I need to get a new shielding up. At level 44, I get an even better shielding spell. And I get a new steel skin spell as well. Looking forward to that. That will make me even more survivable. I get arch shielding. And I get, what's the name of it? Diamond skin. So it's no longer steel skin, it's diamond skin. Very fancy. Hoping that I get the sleeves. I don't want to leave this camp until I get the sleeves because there's no other sleeve options really in Hunark. So it's gonna pay off just to sit here and camp this. Because if I leave, there's really nothing else I'm gonna be able to get anytime soon or really even ever, so. And you can see, so there's a pather out there now. Once in a while, that pather will aggro off of you fighting the one that spawns right here at the front entrance to the tunnel. So that's something else to be aware of. Especially if you're doing this at a lower level. Because the nibblers and the goos are on the same aggro table. And I'm actually going to go ahead and root him now. Oh, we have the Crusader. He's up. So we're just going to go ahead and keep him ST'd. Because we're going to have 3 going at once. There's the harm touch that went out. Luckily, the Crusader does not hit that hard. So after that harm touch, don't really have too much to worry about. And if you give him enough time, he will summon a pet. No sleeves, man. Game has been very stingy on the sleeves. And then we'll have one more spawn over here in just a second. Another thing that I've been doing is keeping See and Viz up on me and my pet. And the reason for that is the invokers like to dispel. They'll put cancel magic on you. And by having that See and Viz up, it helps keep your pet from getting his haste dispelled if you have a pet buff. Or if you have yourself buffed if you're doing this as another class. I think we're on at least kill number probably 12, maybe 13 for the Crusader. And have still not gotten these dang sleeves. So we have an Invoker. These guys don't have a lot of health, but they do hit really hard. I like to just nuke them down. And now we're back to waiting. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the camp. So if you're joining me on YouTube later and you're just looking for info on the camp, you're welcome to stick around and watch as I try to get it myself, but that's about all the info I can give you on the camp. Pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. It's really easy. You just have to keep the spawns broken up as best you can. Pull selectively whenever you're getting close to the spawn. Just really hoping that that last Crusader would have been the one so I could move on. I have gotten also in this camp, just for everyone's awareness, the Coerced Revenant also spawns in that corner. And I've gotten the Tattered Tomb Shroud in here as well, which is the Int plus 2 HP plus 30 robe. I think I talked about that a minute ago, actually. I've seen that drop 3 times in here now. But no sleeves. Ideally, we wrap this Dalnir gear series up tonight, but I don't know. It's not looking like the game is wanting to do that for us. Glad we're still getting experience, even if it isn't a lot of experience. This is definitely like a second monitor camp, I would say. Put a put a movie on, put some YouTube or a podcast on, and just keep an eye on your timers and veg out. It's not a high stress camp, you know, like the Imprecators, man. I was like, there was no way I was gonna have a movie on during those. Rebuff haste on the pet here. Then you can see down in my goals, I'm going for the Robe of Dalnir as well. I can't decide if that's better than the Tattered Tomb Shroud or not. If we don't get it from the Imprecator down here on the 3rd floor, we're not going to worry about it. It would be nice to get to swap out and just see which one is better. And then after that, we'll head out to the Great Uwamp, and then we'll go to Kesora. I expect that Kesora will be probably my spot all the way up until level 49. That's just kind of what I'm anticipating. We have 14 minutes and 5 minutes. See if we can snag that goo. Yeah, these are still green, but they're experience giving green. So I think I've only greened out of like 2 or 3 mobs in here. Maybe just the one, the gyrating goo. And the good thing is, around here, everything is like single pulls as long as you pull it at the right time. Oh no, he's gonna line of sight me. My pet should be able to finish him off. I've got a lot of coin on me. That's why I'm running so slow. It's definitely slow and steady experience here at this point for me. And then I am looking for tips on where to go past Kesora. So if you have experience leveling and you know, especially in Necromancer, you know good spots for anything after Kesora, let me know. Because we have reached the limit of my knowledge on EQ as far as where to go in Kunark. I'm definitely looking forward to pushing this challenge as far as it can go. As far as I'm concerned, I want to get all the way to 60, and I'm gonna do it Kunark only. I was thinking about that earlier. I was toying around with like going only to 50, possibly calling the challenge at 50, and then I was like, well, maybe I'd do 1 to 50 Kunark only, and then do 50 to 60 in Velius, and I was like, nope. What's the point of camping a crappy pair of sleeves 1 to 50 just so I can go replace it in Velius the moment I leave here? I think it's kind of cheaping out if I stop the challenge early. So it's going to get kind of interesting because the spells are a rare drop from any Kunark mob past 50 for like the pet spells and all that. It's gonna get interesting. The only thing I've considered is potentially breaking my own rules to get Summon Corpse. Because you can't get Summon Corpse in if you're Kunark only. And not having Summon Corpse sort of prevents me from doing some riskier stuff that would be really entertaining for you guys to watch. So that's where I've thought, okay, maybe I do just get Summon Corpse, and then I would be more inclined to go try some like harder camps. Of course, that also adds to the entertainment value. So there's kind of pros and cons to that as well. But yeah, I'm all in. Sometime this week, I want to make a quick Monsters and Memories video, just kind of doing some free advertisement for them for the playtest on December 9th. I've already have an idea on how I want that video to look, so I just need to put it into practice. So I probably won't be streaming tomorrow while I work on that. I also need to set an alarm on my phone so I don't forget to go pick up my girlfriend, because that would be bad. Money, you actually make decent money in here as well. I've made 46 plat in just straight platinum drops, another 100 plat in gold. Probably destroyed even more than that in silver and or copper and yeah, silver and copper drops. And then I've gotten 4 Parados, a pearl. These golden pendants are worth about 13, 14. There's flawless aquamarines are somewhere around 10 or 12. So there's decent like little vendor items that drop in here as well. And we have 6 minutes on the next spawn, so we can go hunting a little bit just to get something. I've pretty much killed all these. You can split this camp pretty easy. If I wanted to. But we have a smoldering goo just spawned. See if we can line of sight them. Sometimes they can cast through the walls. Go take a load off here. 4 minutes on the Crusader. And then if we do get the sleeves, we'll have to see how we can potentially bring this pet all the way up to the last imprecator room. And I'll show you that on here as well. So right now we are here. Running through this area is no problem. It's when you hit here, there's quite a few spawns. Not a lot. That we would have to try to like split / carefully pull out to this little safe spot here and then work our way into 5. But once that room is clear and once you have the camp broken, it's really not that hard. On that last imprecator, we'll go for the third piece of the dagger, knowing that I don't have the second piece because I haven't done the church. The church is a really difficult spot. I've been trying to come up with different strategies on how to split that church and fight my way in there. There's 5 mobs that all come at once though, so if I was to just go in from the front door. The other option I have is try invising all the way up to the altar and just seeing if I can life tap down 1 or 2 mobs and then feign, and then I can pop back up and potentially summon a pet. The whole point is like trying to get a pet in there is really difficult. That's where my idea comes in with diamond skin and arch shielding and the additional mana that I get between now and 44. Probably have an easier time doing it at 44. I think I have the research components for the 44 pet already in my bank, but I'm not 100%. I need to check, and I wouldn't want to try to research that right at 44 because your research skill is too low to where you could fail and then you don't have those components anymore. So we got a Revenant. It's not what we wanted to see. Earlier, I got helps the group get the robe from this guy. I was hoping that good karma would pay off and I would get my sleeves. Yeah, this robe right here. This camp is turning into my white whale. Been having a lot of trouble getting these sleeves. I think the thing that's hurting it is just the fact that it's a 21-minute spawn. That guy was spawning every 12 minutes, that would be nice. Did we get experience from him? We did. I feel like I don't even really need pet heal up anymore because I'm killing these enemies so much faster than... But the room's about to spawn now. I'm going to stop rebuffing Steel Skin for now because I'm down to 29 Jaspers. I've actually eaten through a lot of Jaspers. I want to hang on to those for the Imprecator room. Everything here is like really predictable, so... Got a Nibbler. No experience from the Nibblers. Some Nibblers are still giving experience, but not all of them. Knew it wasn't going to last forever. I'm just amazed that I got from 40 to 41 in this place. If a zone or a camp can get you experience, loot, and money, it's kind of a win because a lot of times you're kind of choosing between 1 to 3 or 1 to 2 of those things and not all three. Got to start my timer. What was I thinking? I was thinking I'm ready to be done with this camp. Yeah, I should make sure. Oh, we got a believer. When I first started coming here, these guys were the bane of my existence. Ooh, he got that. He got that heal off. That's why. you don't put out enough damage, those guys can heal themselves back up really easily. I was just looking on Google real quick to see, like, is this kind of like the lumpy goo? Am I in the wrong spot? Looks like Belgaven got a pair of them back in September. And I see him farming in here quite a bit, so I'm going to assume that they dropped in here. There's just not a lot of info out there on them. Only 3 posts on the Alakazam. This is one of those things where, like, this drop is a big deal for me, and it's probably not been a big deal for virtually anybody else, unless they were doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm not saying there's nobody out there that's done what I'm doing, but I'm kind of curious if there is. But I guess as of right now, the only thing I know is they drop here and they're really rare. The wiki says they're just regular rare, but I'm beginning to wonder if they're more on the ultra rare. I don't know how they draw that distinction. I don't even know how to read the wiki's like drop rates. Like it says 1x times 25% equals 33%. And I'm like, how? Whoa. Where is my pet? My pet warped through the wall. And I tried to get. I was getting punched by a coerced gnome. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that could even happen. That stinks. He was a max level pet. He was a good boy. You know what? I'm afraid to even summon a pet right there. I'm gonna have to like, has to stand right here. How much time do I have on my timer? I have plenty of time. That was dumb. I didn't think he could warp through the wall here. That means he had to warp up a floor because he was getting punched by a coerced. And then I was getting punched by a coerced, and you couldn't even see him. A coerced gnome tries to punch you, but misses. And then a coerced iridite punched my pet and killed him. It's actually likely. I haven't seen coerced gnomes anywhere but level 1. So it's entirely within the realm of possibility that he warped all the way to the first floor. So I guess we'll have to remember that now. Anytime anything starts to run away. I want to test out this pet. Try grabbing this nibbler. Because this pet's only hitting for 33. 29, 33. So we're actually going to need to summon a new pet. Suppose I should test the damage before I waste the mana on a haste. Finish him off, pet. He's like, I don't want to finish him because the moment that I kill this guy, you're going to unsummon me. I deserved a chance. You deserve no chance, Ziban. You are an unworthy pet. 3 minutes till the room pops. Okay, we got another blue. Let's go see if there's anything quick and easy to grab out here. Nope. I'd rather, let's see, the Crusader's got 8 minutes. I'd rather know before the Crusader spawns whether or not I have a max level pet. So we'll grab this follower. Show me them 39s. Nice. Okay, we got it. We got it sorted out. Follower didn't even give experience. Still, we've gotten 5% towards 42. I'm honestly a little bit surprised that they haven't fixed that. I feel like that's probably shown up on a bug report at least once. Why are things allowed to pass through walls and warp up and down floors? What am I paying for? Oh, wait. Hmm. 10 seconds on the room spawn. Somewhere thereabouts. Could be wildly off. I had to start it late. I wasn't paying attention. Nope, I was almost dead on, actually. Wow. Actually, I'm gonna hang on to my mana. I don't need to, I don't need to sit here and cast unnecessary spells. One thing I don't like is how I can't cast any spells. He's in that freaking crack. Start that spawn timer this time. There we go. Way overweight. I want to give away this stuff, though. Bamboo bow sticks, they only weigh 1. We've got 3 monk weapons to give away. There's going to be so many happy little monks out there in Field of Bone. I wish I could load up on that crescent gear. I'd probably would go out, give it away, and come back. But crescent gear is no drop. That's okay. In 3.5 minutes, the Spectral Crusader is going to spawn. We're going to get exactly what we need from him. We're going to move on. Oh. Don't take my pet through the portal. Almost played some Elden Ring earlier with a friend of mine, but he's doing a lot of studying right now, so we we decided not to link up. He's got a lot of exams coming up. Okay, 1.5 minutes here till the next spawn, and it's the good spawn. It's the one we want. Spectral Crusader. Think good thoughts. The wiki says it's a 33% drop rate, so I'm sure that's totally accurate. It's kind of ironic, the robe that supposedly was so rare on. Oh wait, the robe drops off the Revenant. Yeah, I feel like I've seen him with a bow stick way more often than the tattered arm wrappings. Ah, it's a Revenant. Blast it. Serpentwood staff, that's yeah, warrior staff, 1240, it's junk. I think I'm using that wand, yeah. I wonder if I can I give that wand? If I give that wand to the, is it a lore item? It's a lore item. If I give that to Janobtik, hopefully I don't just brick my pet. Can I give him now a two-handed weapon? See, that's a damage 12. This one here is a damage 15. I was kind of thinking about giving that one away to a newbie, though. Let's see, stand up, pet. Let me take a look at you. Oh no, he's not. He's not holding the weapon anymore. I might have just bricked my pet. Let's see what he does. Is he gonna do like junk damage now? I haven't seen him hit for 39 once. Ah, there it goes. 39, 39. Okay. I don't really see a difference. Oops, wrong spell there. Get that hide corpse looted back up so I'm not seeing everything. There we go. We need to rebuff shielding. I don't think we bricked the pet. I think he's fine. Totally unfortunate that the Revenant was the last spawn. So we've seen, I think, 2 Crusaders since I started. Collarbones is about to drop as well. Need to go find something to life tap. Think he'll come? Think all 3 of them will come? Oh, we have a smoldering goo here. Okay. Not see my target because he's got that little tiny hitbox. Get him off me, pet. I don't know. I might have bricked my pet. I don't know if it really matters. Not in this camp. It doesn't matter in this camp. Got 1.5 minutes. Should be this guy right here. We'll get rid of the cassowary for now. I'm looking at the presentation and it's kind of cluttered. I'm going to go for something a little bit leaner here. There we go. Oh, if you don't loop it, it doesn't. Just kind of toying with my interface here, trying to move things around a little bit. See, here I should have cast Screaming Terror to try to interrupt that heal. I'm curious, what are those canines for? Oh, they're for a Furiona V quest. Man, I would have a lot of experience I wonder if this guy, like, man, did I, like, mess up? Should I have... Because you can turn in quests with being feigned death, right? I mean, I have seen absolute tons of those things, and I've just been passing them up. Kind of wondering, where is this guy? Am I able to get to him? Oh, he's a Grandmaster Warrior, so he's like level 61. So if I like feigned and it didn't work, that would be bad. I've gotten tons of those, so I'm wondering, like, I don't know, at this point it's kind of late in the game. Yeah, this says 12 stacks of canines, good for around 96% experience as a level 40 gnome mage. Goodness. This guy said 40 canines, good for 21 experience, 21% experience as an Ixar monk. Oh, it lowers your Kabbalist faction, though. That could get a little weird. That could get awkward. You go out there, turn in a bunch of canines, and you come back, and they're like, "We know what you did, man." We have 8 minutes on the next one. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at my stream setup and trying to come up with like ways to make it better. I think it was kind of good to get rid of some of that clutter, to be honest. There's a lot going on the screen. I'm gonna actually look into like trying a different overlay or something. I like this overlay and I like the color scheme. But maybe trying to go a little bit more minimalist. Like, do I really need the chat block? 'Cause, I mean, it does take up a lot of space up here at the top of the screen. I want to kill this Cly Believer, but he's next to Cly Cohort. So it really wouldn't be hard to split them, would it? Now we just feign. Oh no, we have a goo. Watch for that Screaming Terror to drop. That was like way off. Ah, we missed him. We missed the interrupt. You gotta be like right on point with that. Lock these windows. Trying to think, how else do I make it more minimalist? Yeah, I'm starting to look at that the overlay, and I used to really like it, but now I'm starting to think it seems kind of old school. A lot of people with I don't know though. I mean, I don't want to go back to like just stock stream elements overlays. That's kind of lame. We have 1 minute on the Crusader. Let's hope that he actually spawns. That means we're gonna have 3 spawns at once. I think they meant it to be this way for people camping this room. I think they wanted it so that every like third spawn you would have basically 3 all at once. It's the only reason why I could see them doing a 21-minute spawn on the Crusader. Not like he drops anything that good though, so it's kind of weird. And it's a revenant. Ugh. Stop him. Stop him, pet. Hmm. That's unfortunate. We have another believer. These are good because they're blue. They actually give experience. Yeah, we're 10% all on the way to 41 or 42. We're gonna do a little testing. So just stand by. Hmm. Well, why would it do that? Shouldn't be doing that. Very quiet stream, so that's why we're messing around with this live. I know it's probably not a good practice, but don't really care. Must be an issue with, I think it's an issue with their stuff, not with my stuff here. We could try a different one. Does not have any published versions. What does that even mean? Published on the damn website. Trash. Straight trash. Wonder if you just can't do it when you're live. Yeah, I don't really like the alerts that I have, so I want to set up some new alerts, but giving me trouble here. We have one more spawn in us, and then we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna really quiet stream, not a single chatter. What's going on? Why is it so quiet? For my YouTube viewers, I apologize. You know, there's just not a whole lot to really go over here. It's this camp kind of camps itself, and it's just one of those painful processes of I have to get this gear because there's really no other gear in Kunark for me for this slot. So I'm just kind of stuck here doing it until it happens. Hopefully I'm not stuck here too long. In a couple years, you guys are going to come into Dalnir and you're going to slash who, and you're going to see me still sitting here. I'll be like level 44, and I'll be like, yeah, everything greened out for me finally. And I'm just camping these sleeves, guys. I have like, I switch sides because I get so many canines that I end up on the like the good side, and I bank in FV. Like I do everything in FV. Let's see. Okay, I got 3 minutes till the next one, so I'm gonna go. I am back. That was much needed. Okay. 50 seconds. And then 10 minutes. I'm starting to question if do I really need these or not. Ooh, that was scary. I saw like one of those SK pets path through that wall. I really don't want to find out that everything on the next floor is gonna come down here the hard way. Just root you so you can't get away and warp my pet into another video game. Or at least the first floor of the dungeon in this one. Have a gyrating goo here. Hate how you can't cast anything on them while they're in that little spot there. I don't know. There's worse spots to be stuck camping, I'll say that. This one's not bad. How many bone chips? I've still got 64 bone chips, so that would be something that would definitely force us to leave, is if we ran out of bone chips. The weight I can deal with. Inventory slots, we're just getting more judicious on what we're hanging on to. But the bone chips, yeah, that's a must. Wondering, okay, looking at the inventory here, maybe we need to do something like we put the goals up here. We do something like this. You need like one of those first person shooter adjustable mice to get these things perfectly positioned. I feel like every movement is so like has to be so precise. He's healing and I'm like, I don't even care. You can't lock these. Hmm. I fit this guy over here. I can. Not really a fan of this actions window. There we go. That looks a lot less cluttered. put the Book of Dark. Oh, that one's so huge. Can I make it smaller? I need to learn how to modify this. I would get rid of those done buttons. Because all I do is hit B and shift B and they go, come and go. Oh, you know what? We don't need this lantern anymore. Man, that lantern, like, did you see me recoil as I was about to delete it? So I used to joke that this lantern was the best piece of gear that I had. There we go. That looks a lot better, and now it's not all crowded behind me because I realized like I could be talking about stuff and you guys are like, what's going on? Because I'm above it, like I'm in front of it. I think we can lock this down. So yeah, there. What are we at? We got 4 minutes to go. We're making good changes here, even though it's been a really quiet stream. That's actually good. Now we've had time to look at things. Like I actually started looking at it on Twitch itself just to see like, well, what does a stream actually look like when I'm live? That up. Chat box is kind of in the way. And I've been trying to move that chat box, but it's not letting me. Let's try that. Try moving that chat box. It up. Let's see. Ooh, we don't want to do that. I was gonna mess with this, but it's gonna start dragging my we moved the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing moves. We don't want that. That's not bad. Let's move it down just a hair. And we got a minute and some change here, so. Linus sighted me. So the next spawn will be in about 30 seconds, right here. Right here in the corner. Less than 30 seconds. And it's a cohort, so we didn't even get one last shot at it, unfortunately. Finish him off, pet. Alright, that's gonna be it for me tonight, and I will probably not be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna work on a new Monsters and Memories video. So I will be back Tuesday, 7:30 Mountain Time. And we will, I suppose, continue going after this set of arms. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. This is the Mmocracy, and I want to encourage you all to stay classic.